डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी।
So, simply cybercrime is nothing but we can say either the crime is committed using computer or the crime is committed to target the computer. So, this is the simple definition of cybercrime, and before we discuss further, I would like to show two small videos to you. So, first of all,
हेलो मैम, हैप्पी एनिवर्सरी।
अरे थैंक यू। किसने भेजा ये?
मैम पता नहीं, मैं तो एक डिलीवरी बॉय हूँ, हमारी कंपनी में ऑर्डर आया, मैंने डिलीवरी कर दी।
तन्वीर कौन है?
अरे देखो, ये किसी ने वाइन और फ्लावर्स भिजवाए हैं पर नाम नहीं है किसी का।
किसने भेजा ये?
सर पता नहीं।
ओके, थैंक यू।
सर आपको डिलीवरी चार्ज पे करने होंगे इसके।
डिलीवरी चार्ज?
यस सर।
क्यों? पेमेंट तो ऑलरेडी हो चुकी होगी ना।
सर इसमें डिलीवरी चार्ज इंक्लूड नहीं थे, तो आपको एक सिर्फ मिनिमल अमाउंट है जो पे करनी होगी, 99 रुपीज़।
अरे ठीक है, कर देते हैं अभी।
ओके।
सर कैश नहीं लेंगे, कंपनी की स्वाइप मशीन है, उसमें आपको कार्ड से पेमेंट करनी होगी।
क्यों? कैश क्यों नहीं लेते तुम?
सर कंपनी की पॉलिसी है, सारी ट्रांजेक्शन्स कंपनी के बैंक अकाउंट में ही होती है।
अरे ठीक है ना, कोई बात नहीं, सिर्फ 99 रुपीज़ ही तो है, कर दो पेमेंट।
ठीक है।
सर पिन। थैंक यू सर। सर हैव अ नाइस डे एंड हैप्पी एनिवर्सरी अगेन।
अरे क्या सोच रहे हो तुम?
यार किसने दी है?
अरे यार तुम फिर वही सोच रहे हो, क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है, भेजी होगी किसी फ्रेंड ने। छोड़ो ये सब, आज हमारी एनिवर्सरी है तो सेलिब्रेट करते हैं ना।
हाँ यार, यू राइट। मैं सोच भी क्यों रहा इस बारे में। मैं ग्लास लेकर आता हूँ, पकड़ो इसे। यार मेरे अकाउंट से 20-20 हज़ार रुपए डेबिट हो रहे हैं।
व्हाट? मतलब ऐसे कैसे? तुमने किसी को कार्ड डिटेल्स दिए थे?
नहीं यार, मैंने तो शिट यार, मैंने उस डिलीवरी बॉय को कार्ड से पेमेंट करी थी।
सर कैश नहीं लेंगे, कंपनी की स्वाइप मशीन है, उसमें आपको कार्ड से पेमेंट करनी होगी। सर कंपनी की पॉलिसी है, सारी ट्रांजेक्शन्स कंपनी के बैंक अकाउंट में ही होती है।
यार मुझे लग ही रहा था कि वो कोई फ्रॉड है।
सुनो, तुम फटाफट से अपने बैंक को कॉल करो और अपना कार्ड ब्लॉक कराओ।
हाँ मैं बैंक को कॉल करता हूँ।
आजकल लोग कार्ड मशीन्स के थ्रू भी कार्ड क्लोन करने लगे हैं। इट्स वेरी हार्ड टू नो वेदर द कार्ड मशीन इज जेन्युइन और नॉट, बट यू शुड अवॉइड यूजिंग योर डेबिट और क्रेडिट कार्ड्स एट शेडी प्लेसेस वेयर यू थिंक समथिंग इज रॉन्ग। ऐसे फ्रॉड्स कहीं भी हो सकते हैं, कुड बी अ पेट्रोल पंप, अ रेस्टोरेंट, एनी शॉप। और अगर आपको लग रहा है कि वो जगह शेडी है और वहाँ कार्ड नहीं यूज़ करना चाहिए, तो प्लीज़ मत करिए और कोशिश करिए कि सिर्फ वहाँ पे कैश में पेमेंट करिए, बिकॉज योर सेफ्टी इज इन योर हैंड्स। सो ऑलवेज बी अवेयर। सी यू नेक्स्ट वीक।
I would like to discuss some real case of the RFID scamming. We just have seen the cyber crime, one type of cyber crime, we can say the credit card cloning. Now the another video describes how the ATM card can be scammed. So this video is by the Andhra Pradesh Telangana police.
ఇది పిఓఎస్ మిషన్. ఇతని ప్రమేయం లేకుండా ఇతని కార్ ద్వారా ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఎలా చేయొచ్చో నేను ఇప్పుడు మీకు చూపిస్తాను. సో ఇక్కడ ఏం జరుగుతుందో ఇతను తెలియదు. సో బీ కేర్ఫుల్.
So simple. Both these are the simple example of cyber crime. So in both the cases, we have seen that someone is stealing money from the victim in an unauthorized way. So of course, in our country, every 10 minutes a cyber crime is reported, and while we are accepting the digital platforms more and more, at that time, as a netizen or as a net citizen, we don't know about the net etiquettes, or even we don't know about the cyber crime. So the cyber crime happens in we can say sometimes the cyber crimes happen without the enough or proper knowledge of Indian IT Act, or we can say the cyber law. So this is the scene. So simply we can say the cyber crime nowadays we are facing the cyber crime like identity theft, that means misuse of the social media. Another cyber crime, classic example of the cyber crime is to steal the money, and the same thing we have seen in both these video. Then after we can say another, the example of cyber crime related with some crimes which are directly defame or harm or spoil the image of some person. So these are the cyber crime, and if we look at the definition again, then we can see just we have discussed the type of cyber crime or general the category of cyber crime. In that we can see in each and every case either the computer or a network, that means any digital gadget is used to commit the crime. So we can say all these kind of crime can be categorized as a cyber crime. Now next, which are the types of cyber crime? Because there are so many crime can be categorized as a cyber crime, but uh, if we look or discuss in a broader sense, then we can categorize entire all the cyber crimes among 4 categories, and these 4 categories are cyber crime against individual, crime against the property, crime against the organization, or crime against the society. So, as per the means from the name of the category, we can sense enough regarding the pattern of the crime or the type of the crime. So, if we discuss about the crime against the individual, so these are the crime in which an individual is we can say an individual might be as a victim. So, any person or group of person is targeted as a victim. So, in that case what happened, like person A to person B, means a person is sitting into the Bangalore, is receiving some email from the his relative or his his friend who is residing in Mumbai. So, in that the text is like that, oh, I am suffering from this disease and I do not have enough money for the treatment. So, you are requested to deposit, or sometimes the victim might receive the email like you won the particular means this lottery, and this much amount you have won, and to clear the bank formality or to clear the legal formality, you are informed to deposit this much amount into the bank account detail is mentioned here. So, these kind of email can be categorized as a suspicious email, because directly we can see the intention of the sender is suspicious. Then after again the next example of the cyber crime against the individual is the defamation. Defamation, that means to spoil the image of someone, and in that matter, how? So simply social media account hacking or social media account spoofing. So, in that case what happen, the attacker will steal your account credential, and then after they will misuse your account to post some harassing content or some content which would spoil your image. So, these kind of cases are common, and frequently we have learned that ex-boyfriend had posted some ex-boyfriend had created dummy social media account for his ex-girlfriend and post some abusive content on that. So, in that case the victim's social reputation will be spoiled. So, these are the cases of defamation. Then after phishing mail, that means frequently we have received the SMS like, okay, you are the HDFC credit card customer and your credit card limit is you are eligible to increase the credit card limit. To opt to increase the credit card limit, you are requested to click on this link and to fill the consent form. Now, while you are clicking the particular link, at that time you have been rendered on a website which is completely dummy website, but its layout is very similar. Its layout is very similar to the original HDFC Bank, and at there, first of all, this kind of website will ask your account credential, that means login credential, and even they might ask OTP also. So, by providing all these information, your account will be compromised and they would initiate the financial transaction also. So, these are the crimes we can categorize as a phishing. Now, so these are the cyber crime against the individual. If we discuss the crime against the property, so the classic example is bank fraud. Bank fraud, that means someone is stealing your money, someone is directly getting your property access in an unauthorized manner. So, we can say the crime against the property, bank fraud, and nowadays majority of cyber crimes can be categorized as a bank frauds, because generally what happen, your even some IT savvy guy might be victim or are we can say directly targeted by the attacker in form of providing some lucrative offers, or the scenario like credit card cloning. Just we have seen the video regarding the credit card cloning, or another certain kind of lucrative offers like that, buy one get one offer, or some product selling offer for the on a very attractive discount prices, and based on that the attackers snatch away the login credential or the banking access detail from the victim, and then after they will launch the attack. Now, the next attack we can say the IPR related crime. IPR, that means intellectual property rights. So, nowadays it is very common that video piracy or software piracy is very common. Trademark violation is very common. Then after we can say the patent violation can also be categorized as a IPR related crime. So, this kind of like software infringement or copyright infringement, copyright violation, trademark policy trademark rules or a trademark policy violation, and we can see the piracy everywhere. So, these kind of crime can be categorized as an IPR related crimes. Now, friend, please keep avoiding to download the pirated software, keep avoiding to download the pirated content in terms of any violation, to avoid the violation of the government of India's IT policy or IT law. So, these kind of crime can be categorized as IPR related crimes. Now, crime against the organization. So, first of all, unauthorized attack. Unauthorized attack, that means obviously attacks are unauthorized, but here we are going to discuss the unauthorized attack in mean of unauthorized access. So, what happened? For example, these in these premises, the Wi-Fi access points or Wi-Fi routers are installed. Now, what happened? Someone is trying to access someone is trying to access these, because as we know the Wi-Fi signals are omnidirectional signals. So, someone who is sitting outside of this campus and trying to access the wireless network of these premises, and for that if he is smart enough to hack the login credential, or by any mean if he or she is getting the login credential, then after he or she will be success to penetrate this wireless network. Also, this kind of crime can be categorized as an unauthorized access. Then after ransomware. Ransomware nowadays, the ransomware related incidents or ransomware related crimes are also going to increase. So, first of all, let us discuss what is the ransomware. What is the ransomware? So, ransomware is a kind of malware in which the attacker compromise your machine and they decrypt, they encrypt your entire data by using some powerful encryption algorithm. So, even if you are a legitimate user, you are not able to access your data which are stored in your computer, because the attacker or the hackers has encrypted each and every file in your computer, and while you are trying to access the computer, you will get the message, or the message appears like your account has been compromised by the ransomware account and all the files have been encrypted, and if you want to decrypt this file, then you are required to this much amount into particular account. So, this is the ransomware, and nowadays because the known vulnerabilities of the operating systems are main reason for the ransomware attack, there are certain violation of the policy, like the frequent update of the Windows or Linux or any operating system which is being used by the organization. Now, in that case you have to pay the amount to the attacker, then after they will provide the decryption key to you or the decryption mechanism for your data, and then only you can access your data. So, this is the ransomware. Then after DOS, that means the denial of services. Denial of services, that means your resources are go out of order. That means you are not able to access your resources in terms of organization network or in terms of organization website. So, there might be a different resources, but the attackers would launch DOS attack. That means they provide number of arbitrary packets or arbitrary traffic to your resources, and at the end a threshold point in terms of capacity, the threshold point comes, and then after your system goes out of order. That means even as a legitimate user, you are not eligible to access your system in form of website or in form of network or anything else. So, this is the DOS attack, and DDoS means distributed denial of services attack are the example of crime against the organization. And then after the insider attack. Now this is the attack which is purely related with the organization's inside employee, means the employee, those who are working with the organization, if they provide or they involve certain kind of policy violation, organization's IT security policy violation, or if they intentionally provide some information, pass on the information to attacker, then after, and this kind of information might be some vulnerable ports or vulnerable applications which are running on a organization server, or some well defined vulnerable ports which are available openly on your server. So these kind of information are passed to the attacker, and then after, based on using this kind of information, the attacker would launch the attack. So then after, next, crime against the society. Crime against the society, so all kind of malware attacks. Now we can say the malware, that means malicious software. Malicious software, that means it might be a worm, it might be a virus, it might be a Trojan horse, it might be some black door mechanism. So all these kind, because these the propagation of malware is on a larger scale. So it affects the entire society. Number of computers get infected by using the virus, number of computers are being affected by the worm. So all these malicious software can be categorized as a crime against the society. Now the hacking. So what is the hacking? Hacking, that means to gain the unauthorized access of any digital device. Any digital device, that means it might be a mobile phone, it might be a palm top device, it might be a tablet, it might be a we can say digital device, that means any electronic sensor or anything. So we can say this is the hacking. And if we can means hackers are the entire community, and we can categorize the hackers into the three parts, or three types of hackers are there. Generally white hat hacker, black hat hacker, and grey hat hacker. So white hat, first thing, this is the common characteristics. The hackers are very powerful. All these three type of hackers are very powerful in terms of networking knowledge, in terms of basic knowledge of web structure. Then after, they are also powerful in terms of programming skill. So using this kind of skill, they would launch the attack. Now if we look at the type of hackers, the first hacker, that means white hat hacker. White hat hacker are purely involved, their motive is to work for the society, to extend their knowledge for the benefit of society. So they are purely find out the vulnerabilities or 0-day exploits from the any well known product, and immediately they report this kind of vulnerability to the developer or to the organization, and they also provides the solution or suggestion to patch up this kind of vulnerabilities. So the motive of the white hat hacker is pure, and the motive is to help the society. Now contrary, the black hat hacker. The black hat hackers are purely intended with the some malign intention, and their intention is to harm the society or to commit some certain kind of anti-social activities. So these are the black hat hackers, and they are the grey hat hacker. Grey hat hacker, that means sometimes they would work for the society benefit, and sometimes they would work for the financial intention or some malified intention. So this is the type of hacking. Now the steps performed by the hackers. First of all, reconnaissance, that means they are first, this is the pre-attack survey, we can say. First they are surveying the target, then after scanning, that means this is the second step, and in scanning the hackers will perform the target scan in terms of using some hacking tools. They are trying to find out some vulnerable port, they are trying to find out some loophole into the system. So this is the scanning. Then after, once they succeed to identify some loophole, the next step is to gain the access of the system. That means the hackers are entering in your system, entering into the system. Then after, they are trying to maintain the access, because once they are getting access, they will deploy certain kind of mechanism, so through which they can access anytime this kind of compromised systems. Then after, clearing track, that means the hackers are also enough smart, so they can wipe out, completely wipe out their footprints. So the hackers can remove their presence into the system. Okay friend, so this is the hacking, and in next session we will discuss regarding the further. Okay friend, thank you very much.
स्वाध्यायः परमः